Basic household emergency items. These are emergency supplies that should be readily available inside your home for everyday emergencies. Let's take a look at what some things are that you should keep inside your home. One of them is a phone. Keep a phone handy, and it doesn't hurt to have a backup phone. Your regular cellular phone and a landline phone, for example. 2 different systems is really good. The more of a backup plan you have that doesn't really just fall back on your existing plan is the better that you are. So, using a hardline phone and a cell phone, that's a good plan. But having 2 different cell phones, one tower goes down, they both go down. So, first aid kit. Know where it is, make sure it's fully stocked. You don't want to have a medical emergency and find out you don't have any band-aids or you can't find your kit. Smoke detector. You want to detect a fire if it starts. If you are asleep when one starts, that smoke can have a tendency to keep you asleep. So having a good smoke detector, make sure it's in good working order. Check your batteries. Every 6 to 12 months, test it. Make sure it's still working good. If it starts making a kind of a quiet chirp with a few seconds in between the chirps, then check the battery. Try replacing the battery, see if it stops. It could be your smoke detector's low battery alarm. If it's actually detecting smoke, it's going to be a lot louder and a lot faster on those beeps. So make sure that's in good working order and you keep it maintained. Fire extinguisher is also something to maintain. Take a look at your gauge from time to time, at least every 6 months, and make sure that you are in the green on that. That it's not overcharged, not undercharged. You want to be able to put out that small fire if it does happen. That fire extinguisher should also be an ABC rated fire extinguisher. A rated is for solid combustibles such as wood, paper, stuff of that nature. B rated is good for liquid combustibles such as gasoline, oil, grease, kitchen grease. C rated is for electrical fires, things there that have an active electrical current that are arcing. C rated is designed to put that out. A fire blanket, if you cannot extinguish it and if you cannot get away, that's the next best thing to do. If you can't put it out, if it's not small, if you can just put it out, then if you can get away, that's great. But if you can't do any of that, a fire blanket is ideal, rather than having nothing. I mean, it's ideal to get out, but it can save your life being able to get underneath a fire blanket that's a retardant blanket and being able to isolate that fire from being able to get to you. An escape system, because remember, we want to be able to extinguish it if we can, get out, and then fire blanket's the last resort. But a escape system, the ability to get out, you always want to make sure that you have at least 2 ways out of any spot where you might occupy. Any bedroom, any room of the house. You do not want to have, a nice circular hallway up at your upper floor and only one staircase down. There needs to be an alternate way out. There needs to be maybe an emergency ladder that you can throw out the window and climb down. Whatever you need to make sure that you have multiple ways out of wherever you are. That's important. So escape ladders where you need them. If there's a window that you plan to get out, if it doesn't open, having something there that you can use to break that window. Whatever your escape plan is, make sure you have the tools in place to be able to execute that plan. A carbon monoxide detector, especially if you're running any type of natural gas anything or propane anything that might produce, or you have a generator. And even if you don't, it's still good to have a CO2 detector, a CO detector, a carbon monoxide detector. That stuff can be very hazardous to your health if it builds up, and you will want to get out, and that's what that detector does. It's similar to a smoke detector, only this is for carbon monoxide. So it can tell you when there's a health hazard to stay in the building, that you don't just go to sleep and die because you had carbon monoxide poisoning in your house. It will tell you, wake up, get out. Make sure you maintain it in a similar way as you did the smoke detector. Check it every 6 to 12 months. Defensive tools. Any other defensive tools here that you might need here in the event you had an event you need to defend yourself? Make sure that's where you need it to be. It's secured where you need it to be. Intrusion detection system. Something here to alert you if someone is getting into your house. Those are things here that, and maintain that as well. It's another alarm system. If there are batteries on things, make sure you have your batteries replaced. If you have magnetic door locks or any of those wireless components that run on batteries, don't let those batteries go dead. Make sure here that you keep them up. Thanks for watching.